Vessel type build here.
Yeah, they need.
Especially when you've got offlane Alchemist, like none of your cores. I mean, Beastmaster. Sorry, you've got an offlane Beastmaster. I mean, Beastmaster can go for some of those utility items, but he doesn't go for the Vessel.
Just see how they're looking to play and maybe even how many stacks they're wanting to make for 9 as well. If he's going to go for a bit more of your traditional Alchemist build, he's going to go a little bit crazy with his item build as well. But definitely we're expecting 9 to really struggle versus Larl, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Trialing down bottom, by the way. They've got both supports, at least for now.
So maybe that's how you were speaking about in the draft, that sometimes the Slark is able to have a bit more of a tricky matchup into the Rubik and the Underlord with their spam. So maybe they're just looking to try and offset that early on. Yeah,
the early levels for Slark, I think, is just awful. So this is one way to actually kind of make up for it. We'll see how long they kind of stick to this, or we're going to see the TP top. Yep, there we go. Snake King's like, all right, I'm out. We're done. Let's go top. I can't just leave my Beastmaster alone.
It is the Venomancer laning with the Slark down bottom and then the Enchantress being up top. So once again, a little interesting swap here with the supports. What do we make of it this time?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think maybe they think like the Ench and the Creeps is maybe aren't that good against the Atrophy Aura or something. Again, like new Veno, support Veno, I'm not fully sure how this hero is going to function, but it does seem pretty good as far as securing a lane for a Slark. Just going to come down to that kind of regen battle.
Oh, whoa. All right. I was tapping over to mid to see how the Alchemist was doing, what they do. All right, Gale with Poison Sting and a pounce from Mosquito. So easy first blood onto Mirror down bottom from Tundra. Once again, off to a good start.
Yeah, Tundra just seemed to play their side lanes so well. Like, it was last game they got the 2 first kills of the game, and they were both in different side lanes. You can see even up here at top, they're putting a lot of pressure on with the Ancient Beastmaster. They just pick these laning duos and just, they've been just playing so long together as a team and understand how to play the lanes perfectly. And it just feels like they usually are getting the kills and coming out on top of the lanes.
This has been a team that just thrives on their side lanes for a long time. 33, like their safe lane as well, Snake King and Skeeter. Like there's a team where if you can somehow shut down one of their side lanes, then they can somewhat crumble in some particular games. So it's really the backbone of this team, to be honest. And then you just got 9 that just has a crazy hero pool and can make ridiculous plays. Once again, another kill onto Mirror down bottom.
Yeah. And this is Slark. We talk about his weak point being the lane stage. It's just that very, like, it's such a small thing doing a tri-lane. They only did it for like 1 creep wave, but it gave Slark just an easy safe level 2, and he got all the last hits for like the first like wave and a half. So just that small little change in the lane can make a massive difference that kind of has this like snowball ripple effect on the laning stage, and that's what we're seeing here. Now they can win this lane 2v2 just because they had 3 heroes at the start.
They can get a kill top lane as well. Yatoro probably going to go down with another round of the Impetus from Snake King. Mamba Post, guys, trying to battle it out. He's got the Fairy Fire and should be able to come out on top, but 33 is the real big winner there, getting that final kill.
Yeah, I think Snake King's happy to die there.
His might be in some trouble. Skeeter hits a little bit of damage out of the Firestorm, but nonetheless, he'll go down. And now Mira, they've already used the spells on Tundra, but this matchup, I think it's now completely swung with the early kills. Skeeter's got 2 permanent agility. He's got a Band of Elven skin and the Wraith Band. Like, this bottom lane now seems kind of difficult for the Underlord.
Yeah. Once Skeeter gets some more regen out, I think this lane starts to become pretty unplayable for him, if anything. Veno about to hit level 3, so you get that nice little boost in your damage output. I think we'll see like a second point in the Gale or Poison Sting. Yeah, Poison Sting, there we go. So he's just going to be a huge problem, although he may die here.
Skeeter's even got a leap inside the Firestorm as well. A little bit more permanent agi for Skeeter to play with. And Saxa will be able to come back with some extra, hopefully hopefully some resources to keep Skeeter afloat.
Yeah, he's got a South coming out in his courier, so we'll just be waiting for that one, but plenty of HP regen underneath the tower, so even just farming there without too much pressure, it's been a really good time for him. Ench is just going for a little walk through the semi-jungle, trying to see what he can find, because Naga's already been pushed out of this lane a little bit. Forced to go jungle very early on. Just feeling like laning into this Beastmaster who already has Vanguard is just a very tricky ask.
yeah, I mean, so now that frees up Snake, right? Like he can farm if he wants to, he can go bottom if he wants to, maybe he can even make stacks for the Alchemist. So once again, this Vanguard offlane, it's just going to free up the supports early game.
Yep. We'll see what Snaking opts to do with this one. He's got the early boot, so he's got a lot of mobility to kind of run around the map. Even shot bottom with the twin gate, but now just happy to stick around this top lane. Probably wanting to pressure this top tier 1 tower, but he is getting rotated on. Maybe in some trouble here.
See, no ensnare though for Yatoro. Oh, okay, never mind, he's got a skill point to work with, so levels it up and be able to get a kill off the back of that. So nicely done. The Poshka's going to be one to get the reward. Meanwhile, mid lane as well. I mean, we've seen the Alchemist. He's been out of this lane for quite some time. It's no surprise. Nine's just been farming up a couple of stacks. He does probably have to consider about coming back to mid just because of the catapult wave. So this tower will take a decent chunk of damage.
Yeah, one of those lanes there. It's, you know, going how we expected to, but, you know, in many ways, just not much to talk about when Alchemist is like, okay, he's going to lose the lane, go hit the jungle. But ultimately, like, this is why they send the Alchemist mid, because nobody can, like, beat the Viper 1v1 mid, but Alchemist kind of can just by out-farming the Viper once you start getting those levels and farming through stacks in the jungle. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on Spirit to kind of contest those stacks and slow down the Alchemist from just farming it up in the jungle.
And it's going to be a lot of pressure as well for Larl to be able to make amends for some of the side lanes. Like, he really is the one core that's off to a good start. I suppose Yatoro as well, like if you take a look at the net worth, he's sitting pretty, but off the back of the boots of travel for Larl, he's probably going to try and get very active, and I wonder if we see that scepter come out from him afterwards as well.
Yeah, I like the boots of travel. He needs that, like, mobility just to hop from lane to lane because it's so hard to gank his Viper. Yeah, there you go.
Going to be able to TP in, and they should be able to get the kill on to 33. So there's already the rotation coming out from Larl, and going to be able to get the kill off the back of that. Beautifully done.
Yeah. Disruptor makes these ganks a lot easier. Usually like with Viper, it's like you don't really want to TP to a lane, people are just going to run and get away, but Disruptor gives you this lockdown with the kinetic field as well as the glimpse to kind of guarantee, like if you TP to a lane where Disruptor is, you know you've got a guaranteed kill because Disruptor's always pulling them back in. Bottom lane.
Mira Skeeter, aggressive jump, but of course he's got the Shadow Dance to look to play with. Mira's going to end up...
Nice
they got the deny. Okay. Beautifully done from Collapse. Okay. I actually don't know.
Got
Agi from that?
Okay, it looks like he did, yeah. One of the kills he didn't already, so I think he's gotten 4 out of 5, and, well, 5 including the deny there. But yeah, it looked like he got it from Agi.
Saxa was able to snipe Spirit's Wisdom Rune as well, and Tundra still have their own, which 33 might get off the back of the Ancient stack, but it's going to be pretty big off the back of the levels. Maposhka's actually 5, so I'm surprised how high level he is, and we're going to see them try and get aggressive onto Skeeter. No, the Shadow Dance is on cool, and if they can block the pounces, could be a kill. He's able to juke out to the right side and finds an angle to escape.
Salve too, so he may look to come back in, but probably a bit tricky to do so with how low Saxa is here on the Veno. He's full health now, so running in his skitter.
Mira here now as well. A bit of a numbers advantage for Spirit. They're going to try and bait underneath the Firestorm. Skeeter once again is going to be cautious. Shadow Dance is back up though. The Poshka's got some pretty good body blocks. Simultaneously though, it's actually mid lane. Snaking and Knight. Oh, that's a big kill. Brings back alright, Skeeter. A little bit of trouble. They might turn to the Saxa though. Looks like the Venomancer is an easy kill for them to find. So Poshka is going to be able to claim that one, but yeah, of course, I mean, Tundra with everything happening bottom lane, all they need is 2 heroes to be able to bring down Larl's Viper, and... Oh, 9?
The pre-channel. He was hoping it'd lead to something, but... Rotates in with an Invis rune, but not exactly the best ganking hero, the Alchemist.
Mana as well, so he's going to have to pop out, maybe try and get some CS in the meantime. He's got some bottle charges there to work with.
Like what we're seeing from Spirit, you know, using these 2 supports in tandem to make these plays, pressure, they like play around the Underlord, who's kind of their strongest hero right now. The issue is heroes like Viper end up kind of vulnerable. Like you say, it just takes 2 heroes to gank and kill him. Viper would love to take this T1 mid tower though, and if nobody comes to stop him, that'd be a huge pickup for Spirit.
That death slows down the boots of travel, because now if he didn't die, he'd probably have it, and he'd be able to join this fight that's going on bottom lane. He's finally going to be able to find an angle for the concoction. Collapse is pretty taken with the Vanguard, but it looks like it is not going to be enough. Once again, Saxa is rewarded with the kill, and so Under they're going to be able to hit back with 9 sticking around bottom for a little bit of time. Looks like he's not quite sure if he wants the armlet or not. Has 2,100 gold in the bank.
Yeah, does he consider the Radiance, or what's the call going to be? T1 mid tower doesn't actually get claimed, does get down very low into denier range, and Larl prioritizing that power rune is going to probably come back to finish it off. Yeah, he's got a haste rune now, so ganking and killing the Viper is pretty impossible ask here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Honestly, a little bit under farm considering how well that lane should have gone. 4th in net worth. Alchemist with the Grievous Greed is above him. Some of the other cores as well, so maybe he was hoping for a little bit earlier bit to travel timing, but I suppose that's the death that is really showcasing his gold.
I think, yeah, the death and the fact, you know, it's Viper. He's maxing poison attack. He doesn't have any ability to farm stacks or neutral camps. Alchemist just, you know, he can lose his lane, but he's going to outfarm Viper. You know, it was only a matter of time. Like, at what point does Alchemist catch up? Usually I'd say it's around like 12 to 13 minutes. This time it just happened a little bit sooner.
They didn't ping Viper's Korra actually pathing inside the river. They're now going to ping it on Snake King, but it might be a bit too late. Well, he's going to be able to catch out 33 inside the tree line. The post with that first Static Storm usage as well. So there we go. A great rotation out of Larl to be able to help Yatoro inside his lane. True, it's off to a pretty good start here. They do lose the tower, but regardless, getting pretty close to the Yasha for the Naga.
Naga's the hero they're going to be looking to kind of, you know, scale and try and out-carry the Slark, so to speak, but easier said than done here, yeah. Getting a lot of agi.
And they should be able to get the kill as well off the back of the Noxious play, but Spirit is starting to rotate some of the members in, and they'll turn it around. Even though they lose Collapse, they'll get both the Tundra supports.
Nope. Decent punish. The Viper, the boots of travel kind of being showcased now. He's got this low cooldown, 40-second cooldown TP anywhere on the map, and this is another item I expect we're going to see a bit more of on the new patch with the bigger map and the kind of higher priority on getting hero kills. Is these mid laners who maybe get boots of travel, because mid lane can be so far away from the action at times. Getting boots of travel can really fix a lot of the problems for certain mid laners like Viper.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like Tundra trying to gear up for a defense though.
Yep.
Got 9 sweeping from the left side. Trying to get pretty active early on here for the Alchemist. Concoction's going to be out on Samira. Rubik's still only level 5 compared to Snake King's maxed out impetus. He's got the drums as well, so Snake King's just going to rip them apart. Oh no, this enchant is
melting.
Scary stuff. And now my Poshka as well. I think they got a glimpse of the Disruptor still hiding out in the tree line. Sun's going to be there before the glimpse away, and well, Zarksa, he's going to be able to clean up the job. It's kind of a he chucks out the Static Storm when his last dying breaths in hate.
Yep, like, I'm going to do some damage here. Let's pad those damage stats. While all this is going on, you've got 33's Beastmaster playing PvE and getting the job done in the top lane. Takes the tier 1 tower. He's getting massive now. It's going to have such an early pipe for his team. You know, prioritizing that slightly greedier play, but it's something that works so well for Tundra when he, you know, he's going to show up and kind of contribute to this like 5-man death pool in the mid game where they can take objectives in Roshan, and that's so hard to deal with.
Big get, alright, they're looking to try and shut down 9. Should be able to do so. Make him work for it though. A couple of armlet toggles to be a bit of a nuisance here, but nonetheless, they'll be able to get the kill. You see, finally, Mira has that level 6 as well, but the Stolen Wisdom Rune was kind of a big issue for his impact in some of the earlier fights, but now he's got that spell to work with, and it looks like Mira as well. This time he's remembered. He's going to make sure Tundra don't steal another Wisdom Rune. He might die for it, though. He might even die before the rune spawns. Also trying to turn it back onto Zarksa. Even has the Viper trying to TP in as well, so maybe that's a bit off a little bit more than he can shoot. Yeah. To get a kill bottom lane here for Spirit. Does force a couple of TPs out, though.
Everywhere there's kills, it's always the Poshka Disruptor. I mentioned he's been in 9 of these 10 kills. He's kind of the guy that has to be there for them to kind of connect and make these plays, and I think so far he's getting the job done, but the question is going to be, can they, you know, scale well enough? Naga top net worth, but has the daunting task of trying to outscale multiple, you know, cores on the Radiant side who can, you know, cause problems, like an Alchemist as well as a Slark, who are going to be looking to outcarry a Naga here.
So we kind of had the angle last game that it definitely felt like Tundra would be able to, well, I should say that Spirit were on a timer. With all the cores that Tundra have, is it easier to decide whether this Naga is going to be able to carry them as the game goes on, or is it a bit too difficult to tell?
I think it's a bit difficult. Like, I would say in general, like, the Naga, like, carry v carry matchup, like, I think Naga gets kind of outscaled and out-carried here, but it's kind of made up for the fact where I feel Spirit just have better team fight. Like, Naga plus Disruptor, you know, Rubik, Underlord, like, their team fight is just way stronger here, so that can kind of make up for the fact that Naga doesn't have, you know, isn't a hero that specializes in addressing the Slark, kind of struggles maybe even against the Alchemist, and is playing like one, basically, you know, one carry versus two.
Bottom lane, Skeeter. Great timing out of the Shadow Dance, so they're not going to get too much value of the Static Storm. And now Tundra, they're able to react as well, but are they fast enough to keep Skeeter alive? Telekinesis back into the middle. Larl's trying to walk onto his target, but Skeeter will survive in Spirit. Well, their members will not. 3 go down once again. It's snaking, pummeling the damage thanks to the impetus. And, well, that sole survivor for Spirit inside that fight was collapsed with the use of the Rift, but Skeeter was able to live.
Yeah, max impetus with this early drums. 33 shows up. I mentioned how he's, you know, he's kind of been playing solo and getting the job done by himself because he can then suddenly show up to a fight with a pipe. That pipe probably just saves the Slark's life there and allows him to kind of turn that fight, get multiple kills. The Viper boots to travel in, just didn't quite have the damage to finish off the Slark by himself because, you know, this damage over time doesn't work. All Slark has to do is get back to Fog and starts healing up, so quite a bad situation for Spirit to be in. That's a fight it feels like they really need to be winning.
Top lane 9? They might make a go on him.
Yeah.
Trying to find the angle. Static Storm's still on cooldown though, so this kill is not going to be easy. And with how close to the tier 1 tower, the boys are starting to rotate as well, so Spirit, we're going to duck and turn.
Trying to catch him going for that healing lows, but yeah, just no damage you can see there. Nago's even with the Static Storm. I mean, Static Storm went.
The Sox has got Solar Crest now as well. But I don't know. People are continuing. Actually, hold that thought. Nice block of the pound. Skitter's just going to be able to run away. So he's chilling. It seems like a lot of people have this interesting read that Solar Crest is quite the item. It's top Sox up. End up going down. 33 is playing off in the true line, waiting to see if there's an opportunity for him to enter. But he's going to be served to slip, and Yatoro. Now they've got Collapse as well to be able to join. Even Mira's like, alright, why not? I'll come as well. So sleep from Yatoro, easy way to set up. Might not go through these small stuff.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Have they done that enough so far, or are we wanting Spirit to get a little bit more active still?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mine.
They do have some pretty good vision up top. A couple of boards to play with. That's giving them a lot of information. Maybe they're going to bait Larl at the moment. Poshka's playing behind him, and you have that Fiend's Gate up in 20 seconds to maybe make this attempt. Doing up for the go though, Tundra. Turning the Hawks into the T2 tower. Let's see how survival Larl is. Even Skeet is here as well to take the fight. They're going to try and make the attempt over to the Viper, but as soon as the Crimson Guard's activated, Tundra, they're going to have to consider otherwise, and even more heroes and Dire. They're starting to move up top. Let's look at the jump. Skeet is into the middle, trying to bring down Larl. They should be able to do so successfully, and Skeet are able to duck up to the northern side as well. Now Tundra, they're poking from afar. Snaking is soon to be out of mana though. The impetus shots continuing to raid down and collapse. The Underlord, he's just going to get blown up from afar once again. Snaking. But these goddamn changes, dude, does so much damage. down though.
Tower is under attack.
So, I mean, that's a decent streak. Tundra is able to get off the back of that. Pretty much almost heart completed, it looks like, for the Naga. And they're trying to maybe get some vision for another glimpse. It's going to be up in a couple of seconds. Looks like the only person they'll catch up to is the Venomanta. So, those supports are going to end up going down for Tundra. Yatoro gets a lot of gold into the bake. He's already got that Manta Diffusal, and again, now off those kills, that's pretty much heart completed.
Invisibility!
Look like Yatoro once again is going to be able to get pretty active here. So, alright, level 15 here for the Naga. Extra mirror image damage is able to help out with the kill. What do we make of the diffuser blade though on Yatoro? Because it is a bit more of a conventional build at the moment. Kind of with the Naga we saw for a while, it was like the Manta. Oh, actually 33. They want to go again. They've got this numbers advantage, so the rift onto the back line. That would give him that vision for the glimpse, and no escape for 33, so they're starting to get very active on Team Spirit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Is there a preference of who gets the Aegis off the back of this first Roche?
To the Dire.
Whoa, top lane. Is your turret trying to find a song? The rest of the team's tipping in, but under instant smoke and the use of the drums, they want to just reposition as fast as they could.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Killing spree.
Unlucky. Oh, they come on bottom. Fire on Spirit. All of a sudden, look at the heroes. They're in a little bit of trouble as Mr. Skeeter. Shadow Dance protecting for the moment, but it's not going to matter. Team Spirit, alright, they're a bit too late to protect the Disruptor, but it did not matter. A big kill on Skeeter Slark in the end.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Looks like Radiant closed the blast doors. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now off the back of the kill, they're going to be able to probably take the T2 tower as well. The Glyph doesn't get rid of the creep wave bottom, so Spirit, they'll be the first team to be able to take this outer tower.
Radiant's
So we'll see how much more they're going to be able to get off the back of the Aegis though, but that first roll maneuver was nice from them.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Still got those Tormentors that we're looking to try and claim as well. No Aghanim Shards currently in this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So how do fights need to work out then for Tundra? If they're not the playmaker, are they looking to take fights around their vision and like baiting Spirit to run at them? Like how do you feel like Tundra are going to be able to get some of those engagements that are favored for them?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No way, 9 TP'd out. If they go back through the rift, Tundra already. Okay, that one should expire. Seems like a big timing there for Spirit. You just got Butterfly completed along with a double damage rune for your Toro, so he is definitely in fighting shape right now as Spirit. They're gonna run on the high ground, but Tundra, they're set up. Great reactions out of the BKB from Skeeter. He's gonna be able to stand strong and continue to pummel in the damage onto the Viper. Larl will go down. Of course, it's just round 1. So we're gonna try and get themselves set up. So he's gonna be able to control them inside the middle, and there's no escape in the kinetic field. Down goes Skeeter, and it looks like Snaking soon will follow him as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Hey, I just watched Mirror Force Staff and Telekinesis along with Bull with the creep just so I can get close to the tower so they remove the back door protection. Alright. Little things. And then they just glitch within the creep's die.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This is really the big timing here for Spirit. Again, this Butterfly and Toro, they're going to have a lot of issues with dealing with the Naga Siren. So Spirit, they want to try and get as much out of the map as they possibly can currently. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a tier 3 tower. And meanwhile, you still have 9 as well, getting a lot of farm. He actually bought a Scepter. I did not see who he gave it to. Slark, it looks like. Okay. Like Skeeter's now playing with the extra bonus, so the double pounds.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
See, maybe this is the fight. Collapse is going to walk underneath the watchtower. Tundra, they're kind of set up at the moment. Looks like they're a little bit hesitant about continuing on with the team fight, though. They're going to try and sweep down to the bottom. There is a ward, though, that's scouting them out. Skeeter's aware of it, though, so they're going to try and reposition out. They don't want to stick around where Spirit have this vision.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
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 Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
A gift
Radiant's
from the
bottom
tempest of
tower
battle.
is under attack.
It does feel like there's going to be a little bit of late game security with Miposhka working on the Scepter and getting involved with this kill as well. Is probably going to help out with some gold. There we go. They're not too bad, 338 given over to the couple. So yeah, he's got one more component required from Miposhka until that Scepter's completed, and this is without a Philosopher's Stone as well. So now the Eye of the Vizier late game with that extra cast range is going to feel much nicer for him to be able to position accordingly to find that key ultimate. I mean, it's a stage in Dota though where the supports are getting so much gold. Like, it feels weird. Like, take back a couple years, Parker, when like there was the classic position 6s, right? And now I'm seeing Disruptor with the lowest hero with 7,200 net worth. He's gonna have a couple items. Well, what happened in the days when the 5s had 0 items? I'm not saying that was a good thing. I'm just saying, like, this is a, you know, it's a good day to be a support player now. You get to kind of play late game Dota. Sides ready to go for this potential second row spawn. Snaking is going to be able to control the rift though, so a lot of vision for them to play with inside this team fight. This southern tree line, they're looking to try and hide out. Victoria's trying to find the opening. They're going to start on the Nugget Siren first. It's got a defensive force stuff along with the song. They're not going to have the damage inside the BKB, so Utora will be able to reposition, but that was a lot committed early on to this group. Can they go back in afterwards, as it looks like Tundra, they'll just turn their attention over to Collapse, even dropping a roar to hold them inside the place, but Collapse, he wants to re-enter the team fight, and instant uses the buyback in a Tundra. It's an all-out retreat, but can they cut their losses as Spirit? They've caught up to the El Casimiro, who'll drag him back. Nine's going to go down, and in the end, Spirit, what an incredible fight. All they lose is Collapse, and now they'll be able to reap the rewards with that row shop. Surely they'll even get a +1. It sucks, and he couldn't escape. Still hiding inside the tree line, so another member of Tundra will go down. Ooh, 30, whoa.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Fast. And they fight this, they're coming down. They'll be -9. Positioning as well. Get rid of the ward and kind of acting as this blockade just to potentially give them information if they are smoking down. So Roche will go for free. Once again, it's going to be given over to Larl though. So with the ages into the hands of the Viper. They still want to take a fight down bottom. Multiple heroes showed mid. Flap's going to be able to reposition off the back of the 4-star, but they're soon to join Yatoro. Song is out. They've got the Aghanim Scepter on the Disruptor. They're going to be able to lay it down as well. Beautiful use of the Rift. I believe that's how the Post was able to rejoin them down bottom thanks to Collapse use of the ultimate.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Snaking. Brings him back inside the Firestorm. Snaking, he'll go down, but he's going to buy back at least. He's got to be cautious though, because his cooldowns are coming back up. Song's ready. Compo's got. He's almost got the static storm in 15 as well. So Tundra, you've got to position ever so perfectly for the defense. They're going to try and poke for a father. They'll start on low. Of course, here's the Aegis carry. You really want to put all your attention to the Viper. Viper's 33 out of position. Meanwhile, Skeeter though, he's trying to hunt the backline. An early use of the BKB. He wants to take away the static storm threat, but he just doesn't have the damage by himself. And now with the BKB expiring, there is going to be no escape for Skeeter. The rest for the team. They want to fondle the area. Finally, 9. And hang on. Look at the damage from the Alchemist. Finally, 9 starting to get the right clicks going. It's collapsed. Forced out to the left side, but the G's going to beat him with the Underwood. A fresh health pool to be able to work with. They're going to hold him in place with the Roar as well, but they're not addressing Larl and Yatoro. So both the chords, they're starting to hit back as Tundra needs to retreat. They're going to Delta split away his Saksa. They'll stop his TP just short. Yatoro's going to be there up on the higher ground. That's 2 down without a buyback. And Spirit, they should be able to get some objectives now off the back of this fight.
Bottom barracks have fallen.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
A gift from the Tundra.
Mass. Close heater. They're actually going to continue to jump and try to get the close to 33. And the telekinesis on forward. I hear a beacon be off to the right side. Skeeter. Well, he should be able to get the kill, but can he escape? Oh, is he not even going to get the kill? Oh, Skeeter, not like this. Oh my lord, this is the disruptor we're speaking about, man. Like, if inside the draft, he's in a great edge to the Slark, and he is popping everything to try and kill my post and he can't even get him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And we're going to do it for the boys over there. They played at such an incredible level, and yeah, they've done it. G's are going to get dropped, so our first series of Group B, and for these two teams in particular, is going to go the way of a tie. It was a very dominant game. One from Tundra,